So we've all seen the video of Max Verstappen at the second race safety car restart, edging forward right up into the white line, almost looking like he went over that white line, also moving just before the start of the race. But why didn't he get a penalty? Is there Red Bull favoritism going on? Ocon got a penalty on the first race of the season. Alonso almost got exactly the same thing, just being sideways out of the box rather than being ahead of the line. But Max Verstappen was the one where he looked like he was actually gaining some sort of advantage. He was right on the edge of this white line. He moved before where you can't move. And so was he breaching the rules? Let's take a look. So to look for the ruling, we need to go to 48.1 of the sporting regulations. Now this says that any of the penalties under Article 54.3a, b and c will be imposed on any driver who is judged to have moved before the start signal is given, such judgment being made by an FIA approved and supplied such transponder fitted to the car, or b, positioned his car on the start grid in such a way that the transponder is unable to detect the movement at which the car first moved from its grid position after the start signal is given, or any of the contact patch, and this is the crucial one here, any of part of the contact patch of its front tyres is outside of the lines, front and side, at the time of the start signal. Now the crucial point here being the actual contact patch. Now we know we've got a round tyre and the only bit that's touching the bottom of the circuit is this little patch here at the bottom to say this is a circuit. We've got a round bit there. So if the tyre is hovering over that white line but not actually touching the circuit past that white line, then Max Verstappen is not in breach of the rules. So he was literally right millimeter on the edge. He did move though before the cars were fully lined up, and the start procedure is actually when the first red light comes on. Any movement at that point will be penalised. He literally, you can see he moved almost straight away as soon as he stopped. I think Hamilton hadn't even stopped into his grid box at the time before he made that second movement. So I don't see any issues on that. I think the issue that we have here really is the perceived inconsistencies from the fans really. You know, why did Ocon and Alonso really get a penalty? They didn't actually gain any advantage from what they did. They weren't far forward, like not as far forward even as Max Verstappen was. They were just slightly off to the side, but the crucial point here being when you move off to the side, your contact patch is still moving outside of the white line. Now guys, remember, all white lines are important, but not all white lines are equal. So you know, you've got to, if you move off to the side, you're going to get the penalty. If you move off ahead of the, as long as your contact patch isn't past that line, you'll be fine. Now the FIA, I think they've realised how stupid the Ocon and Alonso penalty is. They then increased the grid box for the Australian Grand Prix by about 20 centimetres on each side. Alonso said he still doesn't think that'll be enough. It's so difficult to see over these large 18-inch rims that you can't actually see the edge of where you're lining up. So probably more needs to be done on that front. But there we go, no penalty for Max, and rightly so. He was probably only just behind that white line, but that's all it takes. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment. I'll see you in the next video.